Welcome to our first video on Intro to Programming with Karel. So you might be thinking, who or what is Karel? Well, this is Karel the dog. And Karel is a dog that listens to your commands. And this is a picture of Karel right here. You may have seen Karel in our Google Classroom banner. So programming or coding a computer is like giving commands to a dog. Just like a dog may only know specific commands, our computer only knows specific commands as well. And computer programs can only work with these specific set of commands. So what do we do with this Karel? So what exactly can Karel do? Karel can move around the world, and we can put down and pick up tennis balls. This is Karel's world. It's a grid world with walls around the edges represented with lines, solid lines, and each dot represents a space where Karel can stand on. We sort of want to think of this as looking at a bird's eye view of like a gated area, like a fenced-in area where Karel lives, and this is Karel's world. So specifically, what can Karel do? These are the commands that Karel knows. Karel knows only 4 commands. So Karel knows how to move, turn left, put down a ball, and pick up a ball, or take a ball. The move command moves Karel 1 space forward. The turn left command makes Karel turn left 90 degrees. And remember that we are imagining that we're kind of looking at a bird's eye view, so like from a drone up high, we're looking down. And if Karel's facing in that direction and Karel turns left, which way is Karel going to be facing? Karel's going to be facing up. So next we have put ball. The put ball command puts down a tennis ball on the space where Karel is standing. So it would look like that. The take ball command picks up a tennis ball from the space where Karel is standing. So if we tell Karel to take ball, Karel will remove the ball in the space where Karel is standing. Now let's dissect these Karel commands and see all of the parts. First, it has to be one of the 4 statements that was previously mentioned. Second, you will notice that there are no spaces in the commands. We separate multiple words, not with a space, but with an underscore. Next, each statement has to match the capitalization exactly. If it doesn't match exactly, your computer will not know what you mean. It doesn't know that command. It has to be exactly perfectly matched to the commands that it knows. Notice that move is all lowercase. Finally, each statement ends with an open and closed parentheses. And remember, when we're talking to a computer, we need to talk in a language that the computer understands, so we have to type it in a specific way. So, this is what's going on with Karel. The best way to learn about Karel is to just dive in and do it, and in a moment, you are going to write your first Karel program. So the program that you are going to be asked to write is where Karel starts on the left. Here's Karel's starting world, and then moves forward 2 spaces, puts down a ball, then moves forward 2 more spaces, so that Karel ends up like this in the ending world. Let's go ahead and see what this looks like in the editor.